पहले आदिल सुमारीवाला जी से मैं पूछना चाहूँगा कि 8-10 साल 8-10 years आदिल जी that this mehnat has happened. I remember back in 2012 around London Olympics and also before that Commonwealth Games, one would rue the fact that track and field is not getting the focus. Middle distance, our shot putters, javelin throwers should get more opportunity. So a decade later, we've grown leaps and bounds, isn't it? I remember having that conversation with you, Adilji. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, so you know what happened was I took over as presidency in 2012 and we all sat down. It was absolutely teamwork with the coaches, athletes, foreign experts, etc. And we drew out a blueprint. And it was a three Olympic cycle blueprint where we identified certain events. And I must honestly tell you that when javelin was identified as an event, I was thinking twice and I was questioning people who said that javelin could become an event for India, and I said, but we don't have the big boys, we don't have the 6'3" and the broad shoulders, and they came back to me saying we don't need that. It's a technical event. If you can do your technique right, and if you can have speed, and Neeraj just proved he's got both. He's got the technique and the speed. His coach today is a biomechanics expert. So what we did is we identified whether it was long jump, triple jump, Sri Shankar, Chitravel, whether it was middle and long distance running. We had 3 foreign coaches. Presently, Scott Simmons is the coach of Parul, Neeraj, etc. We've sent them for training abroad. So we did a lot of work and it took us 3 cycles. And I'll give you a quick this thing. 2012, we had 12 athletes who qualified for London Olympics. Rio, we had double the number. In Tokyo, we have triple the number. And that shows the progress, that shows the bench strength, and that shows us that we are probably on the right track. We had a lot of failures, I must say. But we have the highest number of medals ever in the Asian Games. Last Commonwealth Games, we had the highest number of medals in the last Commonwealth Games. The Asian Athletic Championships, we had the highest number of medals. At the Asian Athletics Championships, we have a gold through Neeraj at the Olympics, and we hope that this trend will continue.
True, and if that trend continues, that makes for a very strong case, Gaurav Kalra, for us.
Yes, and Anand, I think it's important to reiterate why the session that's starting in a couple of days is extremely important, because it engages India at a much deeper level with the Olympic movement than it has in the past. Now, the previous session was 40 years ago. I think Adil was an early in his sprinting career at that time, and since then, I think India's been a marginal Olympic nation. Let's be honest and admit that. But subsequently, and it's just such an honor to be, on the same screen as Neeraj Chopra, because it is men like him, athletes such as him, and of course Abhinav Bindra before that, who've by sheer dint of their skill and the support that they've had, that Adil was referring to, have made that leap into world-class performers. But that consistency is now going to result in many, many more athletes coming through, and I think that journey India is very much on the path of. So the Olympic session, which is a re-engagement with the Olympic movement, actually sends that message into the world that this is a significant pit stop, but a very important moment from where the takeoff can happen. And see, Anand, the great cities in the world have hosted the Olympics in the past. You look back on London, LA, which has held it in the past, Tokyo previously, and now we are headed to a situation where an Indian city will host the Olympic Games, which is really the most significant sporting event in the world. Yes, there is the Football World Cup and all of that, but there is nothing that matches the aura of the Olympics. And I think this session that is bringing the Olympic movement to India in the next couple of days is going to be the kickstart for many, many great things. And I hope that in 2036, we're going to see Neeraj Chopra lift his 4th consecutive gold medal at the Olympic Games.
No, we should, and we should have Kishore Jaina. I think I just saw him there and we just lost Kishore Jaina. We'll try and get him back with us. But, Gaurav, there are both the people who are right now with us. I'm very proud to share the screen with them, aside of you and me. Because Adil Somariwala ran when nobody else was looking and nobody was running at that time. and Neeraj Chopra is throwing the javelin and inspiring so many others to take the track and field. So they both have done inspiring, phenomenal work, and they continue to do that off the track and on the tracks, and that's what's so inspiring. But there is another person who I'm very inspired by, who's joining us now on a quick question with her. Anju Bobby George, Senior VP AFI, is with us. She's in Mumbai at this point, and perhaps will be part of these conversations of the IOC session. My first question to you, Anjuji, thank you very much for joining us. Is India ready to host the Olympics sometime in the future? 2036 Ahmedabad.
Why not? So India is going to be a superpower, as we all know, and see the way how we are connected with other countries politically and financially also. I can say that we are stable. Even during Corona, I think one of the best countries who managed well was India. So why not? It's a possibility, and we can try for it. And I think the recent happenings, everything is positive for India. And most of the other countries are, because of financial problems, they are backing up from major championships. But I don't think, and I don't feel that India will be like in my opinion, we are all set for that. But when that's the question.
हाँ, 13 साल रुकना पड़ेगा, पर नीरज आपको कुछ लगता है कुछ हमें और करने की ज़रूरत है जब हम दावेदारी ठोक? किशोर जेना हमारे साथ हैं, किशोर जेना से भी मैं पूछ लेता हूँ. किशोर जेना, अभी मैं बात कर रहा था नीरज चोपड़ा से भी, मैंने कहा कि जैवलिन में लग रहा है 1, 2, 3 अब हम ही लेके जाने वाले हैं, सब हमारी तरफ ही आने वाला है, आप लोग आपस में कम्पीट कर रहे हैं. कंग्रेचुलेशंस ऑन द सिल्वर मेडल. बट भारत में ओलंपिक्स, इंटरनेशनल ओलंपिक कमेटी का सेशन हो रहा है 15 से 17 के बीच में. भारत दावेदारी कर रहा है कि वी वांट टू होस्ट द ओलंपिक्स सम टाइम इन 2036 परहैप्स, उसकी दावेदारी कर रहे हैं. योर थॉट्स किशोर?
नमस्ते सर.
नमस्ते
सभी को नमस्ते सर. आप तो देखे इंडिया अभी स्पोर्ट्स में कितना आगे जा चुका है और भी आगे करेगा, क्योंकि एएफआई, साई एंड स्पॉन्सर सारे बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं और हम भी और अच्छा करेंगे आगे, क्योंकि हमको भी पूरा सपोर्ट मिल रहा है एएफआई से, तो और भी अच्छा करेंगे हम भी.
नीता अंबानी जी रिलायंस फाउंडेशन से जुड़ी है, आईओसी की मेंबर है. रिलायंस फाउंडेशन के एथलीट्स जो हैं उन्होंने 11% जो 13% मेडल्स में जीते भी हैं. ये कॉर्पोरेट सपोर्ट कितने मायने रखता है किशोर जी? आप एक बात बताइए, चाहे कोई भी सपोर्ट करे, चाहे रिलायंस फाउंडेशन हो या जेएसडब्ल्यू हो या जो भी हो, ओजीक्यू हो, बहुत सारे ऐसे ग्रुप्स हैं जो सपोर्ट करते हैं, इससे कितना फर्क पड़ता है?
सर फर्क पड़ता है बहुत सारा, क्योंकि जैसे मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से फिर कुछ करने स्पोर्ट्स में करना होता है, तो उसका पीछे तो काफ़ी लगता है, पैसे भी, फाइनेंशियली भी लगता है. तो ये सारा चीज़ जो ये लोग रिलायंस फाउंडेशन करते हैं, ये थोड़ा हमारा टेंशन कम हो जाता है इसमें, तो हम ज़्यादा फोकस कर पाते हैं गेम में. ये चीज़ थोड़ा अच्छा लगता है.
सरकार की तरफ से टॉप स्कीम आता है नीरज, कॉर्पोरेट्स की तरफ से हेल्प आता है, आर्मी भी आपको बैक करती है, फौज भी बैक करती है, ये आपका टेंशन कम करता है जैसे किशोर कह रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल जी, जैसा कि बिल्कुल किशोर ने बताया, जो खिलाड़ी हैं ज़्यादातर अपने यहाँ से तो वो बिल्कुल नॉर्मल क्लास और बिल्कुल मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हैं और काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम रहती है, क्योंकि फैमिली प्रॉब्लम है, वहाँ भी देखना है और अपना स्पोर्ट्स भी करना है. तो बिल्कुल जो स्पॉन्सर्स होते हैं और जिस तरीके से गवर्नमेंट अभी सपोर्ट कर रहा है, फेडरेशन सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, तो उसके हिसाब से हमारा पूरा फोकस अभी स्पोर्ट्स की तरफ है. तो पहले काफ़ी दिक्कत आती है एथलीट्स को, लेकिन जिस तरीके से अभी हर चीज़ बदल रही है और आप रिजल्ट्स भी देख सकते हैं किस तरीके से क्लास एथलीट वहाँ पे परफॉर्म करते हैं. तो बिल्कुल ये बहुत ही अच्छा अभी अपना जो स्पोर्ट्स है वो बहुत अच्छी डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है और रिजल्ट्स भी दिख रहे हैं, तो वो तो सभी को पता है.
IOC की मेंबर रही है अंजू बाबू जॉर्ज. I just want to quickly ask you, Neeta Ambani ji has been a member of the IOC since 2016. She's done some phenomenal work, not just to champion the Olympic movement across the world and also in Bharat, but also push for India's position.
in my opinion, in my understanding, she is doing really well.